Okay, how about now? Well, I mean that was a part of it. What I was saying was
The
um
dude Vince said can hear now.
hey, what's going on, Vince? Welcome back to the stream. Thanks for that. What I was saying was that today was a much lazier day than normal. Part of it is because I maybe drank a little bit too much last night,
Haunted
but
Wisp said I can hear as well.
more important than that, about the time that I normally wake up, there was crazy storms happening, and that put me right back to sleep. Like all that, like storms. I go to sleep listening to a storm playlist as it is. So when it was actually storming outside for real, when I was trying to wake up, that just put me right back under. So I slept way longer than I would have liked to normally today because of that. But also because of the storm, I guess at some point I may have lost power. My PC reset, which is why all my OBS settings are on default. My desktop and mic settings were on default, which is why there was no audio. So annoying. What's going on, Wisp? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing tonight? All of this contributes to my starting the stream off later than usual tonight. So I wanted to I was gonna play a different game. I was gonna do this weird ass dating sim thing, but I want to play that with Lulu when she's available. So in lieu of that, I'm going to just start on Star Wars Outlaws. The hell? Ah, all right. I hope Ubisoft doesn't make me try to launch this thing through their launcher. I really don't want to have to do that.
The dude Vince said I was playing Geometry Wars Retro Evolved earlier. Got it on sale for $2 on Steam. Used to play it on Xbox 360.
Nice. I haven't heard of that one in a long time. Oh, jeez, what is this?
Haunted Wisp just gifted the dude Vince a tier 1 subscription.
Hey, thanks for the gifted
The
sub.
dude Vince said at Haunted Wisp thanks for the gift sub.
Hell yeah, I appreciate that.
The dude Vince said thanks Wisp.
Oh, you fucking dickheads.
The dude Vince said.
Let's see if I can remember my damn password. No, I remembered it. Stroke of luck.
Haunted Wisp said you're welcome, bud.
Oh, God, Ubisoft.
Haunted Wisp said you're.
This sucks, man. They should. Why do they launch a launcher from fucking Steam? Steam is the launcher.
The dude
Just
Vince
launch the
said
game
soon
from
I can start
Steam.
buying my own. Just waiting to hear from my supervisor about ours.
Like, I wanted to launch the game, and instead it launches the fucking launcher. This is the kind of shit that makes me pray for Ubisoft's downfall. And I'm clicking play in their shitty launcher and nothing's happening. Like, what's going on? I keep clicking play, and nothing's happening. It's non-responsive. There we go. Now it's starting to launch. God damn, Ubisoft is fucking garbage. Where is it? Ah, and it's still taking fucking forever just to load.
The dude Vince said I was happy when Bethesda retired their launcher.
It's just so unnecessary. Steam, Epic, and GOG. Those are the only storefronts that need to exist. Nobody gives a shit about Origin. Nobody likes Ubisoft's launcher. Sure, there are plenty of other CD Projekt Red. That's fucking useless. What is happening? Why isn't this? I just have a fucking black screen now. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't know if this thing just crashed or what. It's just on a black screen now. Oh, fucking A. It's doing that thing. Ah, shit. How did I do that before? Windows Shift. Okay. Okay, here it is. It doesn't look like it's locked up. The process isn't, at least. I don't know why it's just sitting on a fucking black screen. Oh my god, let's try this again. Didn't have this problem when I played the demo off of Steam. Oh, it's working, but it's kind of busted. What the fuck? The hell? Why is that? Why am I getting an ad for Intel? Alright, man, that took way longer than it should have.
The dude Vince said, I don't know why these companies think we care who made them.
I mean, it's important to put that up front. There's nothing wrong with that. It is important.
Haunted Wisp said, but the launcher inside the launcher thing sucks. The dude Vince said, yeah, you're right. It's like movie companies, I suppose.
Okay. Let me turn this audio down a little. Okay. I think we're good. Oh, wait, where's my... There we go. Oh, all right. At long last, Star Wars Outlaws. Although I did play that demo. This game got shat on a lot, but I enjoyed the demo at least, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about the full experience.
The dude Vince said most people shitting on it were calling the female character ugly and woke.
I read some reviews where they were talking about like some of the game
The dude Vince
mechanics.
said, so I didn't take its criticisms all that serious.
Like I guess early, I don't know if it's still the case now, but I guess early on, like you couldn't keep weapons that you picked up off of fallen enemies and stuff like that. Uh, bridge systems, sneak mechanics that didn't always make sense. I'll tell you one thing. Oh shit, did it fucking crash on me? No shot. Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna try this one more time. If it doesn't work, I'm moving on to a different game.
The dude Vince said Steam will make exceptions for refunds.
It might be past that. I think you have to do a refund like 2 days or so from purchase.
The dude Vince said especially since you're still under 2 hours played.
I mean, I can try to refund it. I didn't really spend that much on it to begin with. It was on sale, and I can always try playing it on my downstairs PC.
The dude Vince said nah, it's 2 weeks, but they make exceptions.
Okay. What I was gonna say before it crashed last time is that the time it takes to click the play button until you're first controlling your character, but I haven't even gotten to first controlling your character yet. Oh no, it looks like it may have. All right, I guess we're not doing Star Wars Outlaws tonight. It just keeps crashing on me. God damn, Ubisoft fucking garbage. Exit that application. I guess I'll go ahead and uninstall it, free up all that space on my hard drive. Well, that sucks. I wonder if I can. And I don't know if I want to do a refund because I think I still might try to play it on the downstairs PC. Or actually, there is an update. There is an update for my video card that I haven't done yet. So I may want to just try this later after I do a update on my video card. But fuck it, I'm doing this.
The dude Vince said apparently some people are using this to fix some crashes. The dude Vince said something to do with Vulcan.
Oh, damn it! Get over here. I might not even need my controller on this one, depending. Okay. Onward to the courtroom. Another mod to fix a crash. These fucking companies, I swear. I guess with New Vegas, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's less acceptable with New Vegas since it's such an old game. They should have patched those crashes a long time ago. But the idea that you would rely on your fucking community of modders to fix core crashes is pretty absurd. I don't even want to buy into that. I kind of resent that that's a thing that people have to do to get their goddamn game to work.
The dude Vince said something to do with Windows 11.
Oh, I'm sure Windows 11 is a steaming pile of shit now. Why is the resolution all small? Oh, it opened in the... Okay, we're back. I kind of don't like this. I want the OG DS music. I don't know what this means. There's voice acting in this now? I don't know how I feel about that. Actually, you know what? Now I do remember. Yeah. No. I want the English voice.
Objection!
Okay, PC settings. No. Let's
The Dude Vents said they added voices to the new Voyager game. Still not worth 40 to 50 bucks, but that's better.
what is this? Okay. Can I earn achievements while in episode selection? Here's the thing. I started playing this on my iPhone earlier today. So I wanted to... I guess I don't really care about achievements. Or I guess I should just start from the beginning. Why not? Damn it, why me? I can't get caught. Not like this.
The Dude Vents said I renewed my service on my iPhone with Mint. Love the service and the price.
Someone like... Didn't I change the text speed to fast? Boy, am I nervous. Right. Hiya, Chief. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed that everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you and your client as well. Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. I became an attorney, or something like that. I missed the first part. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair. Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Aw, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her, Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the Butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That and I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. And that's just what I'm gonna do. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts. Oh, Payne. He's the jobber lawyer. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not? Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think you should have a test to ascertain your readiness. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp, hands shaking, eyesight fading. The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor. Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. I'm actually going to turn the sound down a little. Next question. This is the murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report cover so many times. It's... Wait, uh-oh. No way, I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it at any time, okay? Cindy Stone. Do it for me, I'm begging you. Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case? The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was hit with a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure. Well then, first, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne? Yes, Your Honor? As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was? The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim. I see. The court accepts it into evidence. Statue. A statue in the shape of the Thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use tab to check the court record frequently. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get a chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh, Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together.
Wisp said they stopped making the wrist wallet that I use. Have no idea what I'm gonna replace it with when it's broke.
Wrist wallet? I've never even heard of a wrist wallet. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder. Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Dude. We can clearly see what kind of... Wait, what? I'm not a cop in this situation. Taco hit me with the ACAB, but I'm not a cop in this situation. Quite the opposite. I'm a defense attorney. Those are the enemies of the cops. We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I stop him from answering? My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oof, Wentz. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Let's continue with the trial, shall we? I believe the accused's motive is clear to everyone. Yes, quite. Oh boy, this is not looking so... This is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Gulp. Well, did you or did you not? Huh. Well, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Uh-oh, he went. What do I do? Have him answer honestly. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the... Yeah, I was there. I went. Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying. Lying? The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying. Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness? The man who found the victim's body, just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Order. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness. Yes, Your Honor. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Did you get this during the sale? I can't remember when I got this. It's been sitting in my library for a while. I've been really depressed about shoulder pain that's going on for 2 months now, and I'm not getting the support I'm supposed to get from staff. That sucks, man. Did you do anything to injure your shoulder, or is it just a chronic pain? For some reason, I thought this was a dating sim from that bundle you said you bought. Wait, like the hentai ones? No. You think I would be sitting here playing, be playing that on stream? Mr. Solid, you sell newspaper subscriptions. Is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers, yes. Mr. Solid, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw the day of the murder. When I first tuned in and didn't see the court and didn't see court. Apollo Ace Attorney Trilogy on sale for $25 when it's usually $50. What was that bundle even for? That bundle was it was the it was a GOG bundle that was to support mature games against the campaign to censor them. When that Australian advocacy group was going after payment processors and whatnot to try to get adult-oriented games of any variety, not just porn games, but even M-rated violent games, to get them pulled from storefronts. There was a campaign to support those games, and one of the campaigns just bundled a bunch of mature games up on GOG. Some of them sexual games, but Postal 2 was a part of that bundle also. So it wasn't all strictly that, but it was a campaign to support that, so I purchased it to support it. I can't remember what the name. I looked it up a few weeks ago or whatever, or when I guess it was months at this point. Guess I can probably do a quick search and find it again. Oh. Yeah, it was the freedom to buy games, bundle. I'll toss the link in chat. Yeah, it was this talks about the bundle that it was. I forget how it came across my purview, but at some point I saw it and I was like, yeah, I support that. I just purchased it. And you could just tell by the names of the games in the bundle. I honestly didn't know even what games were in there. I just purchased it cuz it wasn't that much. It was like a bunch of games for like $4 or something like that. So that's where that came from. Funny enough, it happened from putting on a shirt too fancy. Putting on a shirt too fancy. Well, it was me, and I'm eating a good chicken pot pie for the first time ever in my life, and holy fucking shit, this has opened up a whole new world to me. Dude, holy shit, how many fucking years have I got without knowing how good these are? Yo, what's up, Toaster? Welcome back to the stream. A good chicken pot pie is amazing. It's one of my favorite things, along with a good shepherd's pie. Devin, do you like old Resident Evil games? Not really. The controls always annoyed me. Holy cannoli Batman. That is a lot. What is a lot? The games in that list? I mean, it's kind of funny because you have like House Party, Honey Pop, Lust Theory, and then suddenly Postal 2. The link in that Reddit just redirects to GOG now. Yeah, I'm sure the campaign has long since been expired. Flakier the crust, the better. I mean, that's the whole point of a good pot pie. Oh, dude, I gotta get a good shepherd's pie next. Yeah, a good shepherd's pie. To me, a good shepherd's pie is even harder to find, but much better. Well, maybe not much better. That pot pie crust is pretty delicious. I was going door to door, selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Solid used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. Electricity at Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, this is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What? He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find the contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with tab, then point out the contradictions of the testimony. Okay, Mia. Shepherd's pie is highly underrated. I agree. There's a frozen shepherd's pie that isn't too bad. And the Murray calendar pot pies are pretty good. I don't know which brand pot pie. There is a specific brand of pot pie that I get whenever I do get them, but I can't remember what it is. It's big and thick and heavy, and it takes a long time to cook. Although I also used to make my own homemade chicken pot pies, because it's not that difficult. If you go and get like you can get like 2 of those pie crusts that you would normally use for like a normal pie, and you just create the filling on your own: chicken, potatoes, corn, whatever else you want to put in there, peas, and then cream. And boil it up in your pot, pour it into the pie crust, and put the second crust on top and mash it together. Put it in the oven for however long you need to put it in the oven. Make your own homemade pot pie. Of course, it's going to be a big pot. I mean, I guess you can get the smaller. They have those smaller pie crusts that you can get too. But the one that I used, it was like a full-on fucking pie. So it was a pretty big pot pie. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing the apartment. Isn't a man leaving an apartment a common sight? I find it odd you would take notice of him. I don't know. He just seemed strange to me, that's all. Like he was mad and yet frightened at the same time. Just like a criminal fleeing the scene of a crime. The defense requests that the witness refrain from conjecture. Of course. What the witness means is that the man he saw looked suspicious. So, what happened next? I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Half open, you say? Yes, the door was open halfway, yes. I watched for a moment, but no one came to close the door. That's odd in a big city like this, I thought. I see. And what happened next? Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. What gave you the idea to do that? Well, the door was half open, you see. Isn't it only human to want to peek? We climb mountains because they are there. It's the same thing. Truer words have never been spoken. Anyone would look inside. Why did pain cut him off so quickly? So, you looked into the apartment. What happened then? Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving. Dead. Are you sure she was dead? Well, no, I guess I wasn't, but she wasn't moving at all, and there was blood everywhere. I guess that would look fatal to anyone. Very well, what happened next? I quelled in fright and found myself unable to go inside. So you didn't touch anything in the apartment? Yes. No, nothing. Okay, what happened next? I thought to call the police immediately. Gotta press them on everyone. You thought to call the police? Does that mean you didn't actually call them? Please, listen to the rest of the testimony. You thought to call the police. What happened next? However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. The phone in her apartment wasn't working? Yes. No. No, it wasn't. Right. But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you? Oh, that? I could explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside, tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. What's in my time of death between 4 and 5 p.m. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. Well, that's a contradiction between the autopsy.
Objection!
You found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? I like Payne's voice. Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Solid, why are you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.? Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out the contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait, I remember now. Would you care to give your testimony again? The time of the discovery. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying it. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a taped program. Well, we have already established that electricity was out in the building.
Objection!
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery, and this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Gah! Well, the defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Solid? No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Wait. I remember now. Mr. Solid, the court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught. My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body. Very well, Mr. Solid. Let's hear your testimony once more, please. Actually, I didn't hear the time, I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly. Hearing the time. Oh, we've got the high-pressure music. He's about to buckle. Actually, I didn't hear it. I saw it. That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake. Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock. A table clock. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? This is the first I've heard of it. Yes, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. The murder weapon? Yes, the table clock that was used as a weapon. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something? Something's fishy here. Let's go back one.
Objection!
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock? What, you with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Solid. Hey, I saw it there, okay? It's a clock. Your Honor, if I may. Yes, Mr. Payne? As the witness stated, the statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now? Yes. Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock was to hold it in his hand. And yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he... You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. We need these anime background things in all of our legal proceedings. Whenever we get to the point of like Nuremberg trials for the Trump administration, I'm gonna make sure that they're all televised and that they all have this music and that they all have these background streaks happening. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Solid, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with this clock? That day, I never. Look, the clock, I heard, no. Shut up, I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn. Burn! Give him death! Order! Order in the court, I say. Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, you claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sart heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. Beep. I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to, I think. Because it's the thinker. That's amusing to me. I'm having a Valentine's Day date with a steakhouse Whopper. Nice. Hell yeah. Well, he is the thinker after all. So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. Ah. As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sart heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sart, try to talk your way out of this one. Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing. Oh, what is he talking about now? While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Solid. I come all this way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime. Grr, almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Not so fast, Mr. Solid. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think. But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try think outside the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think it through. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason and you'll have your proof. Right. Right? Can you think of the reason why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes. Wait, maybe I can prove it. You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let them have it. Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off. Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. So I'm kind of like speed running this because I just played this on my phone. But do you guys know which piece of evidence proves the clock was running slow? 3 hours slow? I'm gonna fill up my water. Man, I've been drinking so much water since I got this Stanley. Hello, yo, what's up, Anthony? Welcome back to the stream. How are you doing tonight? What are the other things? Cindy's autopsy report. Time of death is 7:31, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. A statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Well, we know it's a clock now. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on 7:30, the day before the murder. And electricity to Miss Stone's building was out from noon to 6 p.m. on the day of the crime. The blackout record? I'm not sure. It's actually this. The victim had just returned home from abroad that day, the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow. It was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? I wish, and I also want reactions like this from guilty people in court when they get busted. I want to see them freak out anime style. Order, I say. Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness? He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly and find the true culprit at the same time. Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And with that, this court is adjourned. It turns out Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Whew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. Good old Mamma Mia. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel. My life is over. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now? Aw, Nick, don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed. But my Cindy Wendy's gone, man. Gone forever. Larry, she was, nah, never mind. Congratulations, Harry. Harry? Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat. Oh no, I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry? Larry, are you so sure? Squeeze me? I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way. Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay. Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right, right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? Well, the statue. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry, and she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks. Hope that made him feel a little better. Let's go. Yo, what's up, quad guy? Welcome back to the stream. How you doing tonight? Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we could do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to the innocent buds. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry, you were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him? Yeah, part at least. You'll have to tell me more about it sometime, maybe over drinks? And so my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Dick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us, unless you count the clock he gave Mia."
Give me a drink, bartender.
I didn't know it then, but that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Alright, that was the end of the first trial. The little, I guess, tutorial trial. Hello, this is Maya. Hey Maya, it's me. Mio, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know, you want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So, what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. Ah, I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Could you come by the office tonight, say 9, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis, but I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded, September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Oh man, I ate way too much today. Me too, actually. That contributed. I slept too long, ate too much. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Fay, you're a poor liar. Why, I see you right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho ho, you are not as cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho ho, my dear Miss Fay, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Fay. Man, this thing is just constantly used as a murder weapon. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. Guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia. Maybe she's in her office. I'm gonna examine this place real quick. I smell blood and that can't be good. I have to check it out and see if... Okay, fine. That smell, blood. Sob, sis, someone's there. Chief. Chief! Who are you? The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief, where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade, until finally she was cold. Chief. It's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon. Again. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be remains of a glass light stand. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here, she was struck on the head with a blunt object. She probably died instantly. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? A word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store dated yesterday. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. There's a large building across from the office. The Gatewater Hotel, a nice luxurious place. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. It looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart. Police! Please, come quick! What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. I just saw news that Sacramento State is joining back at football, first West Coast FCS school to join FBS since Boise State in 2000, I think. But also going to be weird seeing West Coast team in the MAC, which is mostly based in Ohio and Michigan. Also going to be a lot of jokes when Sac State plays Ball State. I mean, it's like all these teams being in the SEC, kind of. That girl just now, where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh, I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt? I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. It's probably not the best idea in the world right now. She seems to be in shock. I don't want to disturb her, but I have to know. Excuse me. Can you tell me what happened? I came in, the room was dark, and sis, so she was already dead. So, you're the chief's sister. I'm her younger sister. And you were here visiting? This late at night? Yes. She said she wanted me to keep some evidence for her. Evidence? Yes. It was that clock. It was the thinker. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. But that's my name. Why? Why would she write my name? Please, just calm down. Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Woo, 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 woo. Now is the time for the A-cab. Now is the time for the A-cab reward here, where the cops actually show up. The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze! Police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, Kay? Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have. Whoa! Excuse me. Eek! This word Maya here mean anything to you? That's my name. What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name. Killer? I'm not. Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am. What? Mia's younger sister, Maya, was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy. I don't know why. That just reading that line triggered the theme song for the King of Queens. I don't know why. I gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back in a second. Alright. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. No. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh. It's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. It's up to you. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you. Up to me? Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here. They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on the edge the whole time. It's been a while. Huh, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strikes fear into the hearts of evil type. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh, sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. A ringing endorsement. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia, I know. There's something I've been wanting to ask you, yes? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium, in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Yes. Let's see, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes. That clock shaped like the Thinker, the one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right, she said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yes, I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it. Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things. So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on her cell phone. Let's hear it. Right. Oh, I just remembered. That detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks. So you're an acolyte, or a medium in training. That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second, you said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait, what? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that? Yes, in training. Well, can't you contact Mia Spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Something the matter? I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you can go ask him to represent me? Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry, leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10. What? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention, run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil paint is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. A table for clients. An elegant ebony case. And if I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold. Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelf filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there. This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No, Phoenix Wright. How can anyone mistake me for Larry? Guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right? He was proven innocent. Right. And you were... Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe? Right. At your service. Hang on, that's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you better do it quick. Ooh, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. About Miss Faye, did you do an autopsy? You want to know the results, eh? No, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right. We can see the report, but that's all. Time of death: 9 p.m. Cause: single blunt force trauma. Death was instantaneous. About Maya. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win. Why do you say that? The city put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you? I know him. He's a feared prosecutor, doesn't feel pain, doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Oh, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case. So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at an incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Alright, I think I gotta present. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone? Oh, that? I have it. Do you think you could give it back? Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer. Uh-oh, he's on to me. Tell him not so straight. Okay, I can't be straight with this guy, but what should I tell him? Something the matter? Oh, no, that carrying strap on the cell phone. This? It says the Steel Samurai, warrior of Neo Old Tokyo. The Steel Samurai. That action hero on TV? Yeah, you see the strap is a collector's item. She was worried it might get lost if it went down to the precinct. That what she said? Yes. Okay, pal. I wrote down all the numbers she called anyway. Here you go. Seems you didn't notice the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to. You all done, pal? Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now. Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal. Come to think of it, I had completely forgotten about her. The witness? Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her. Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already then. Aha! You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. What cut of steak did you get, Taco? You know, earlier today I actually made myself a T-bone steak. They were having a sale at T-bone steaks at a local grocery store here, so I made myself some steak and eggs. April. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Teehee? Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting, I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go fresh it up so I could look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one. A bottle and 2 glasses are on the table. Somebody must be staying with her. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's Fay & Co. Law offices building, of course. You can see inside the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bed. It's been recently made, nothing eye-catching here. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy. You really shouldn't pry around other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe? Incident? You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Well, better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please? Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to the court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, boy. Who exactly are you? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. Hee, you know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time in my life I blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do? Well, no. Teehee. And you had your hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Ooh, what an amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. Oh no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers, Oh boy. Seems like Mr. Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back. If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard. Aha! So you're the one they say has been looking for me. Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined. That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes, well, yes. And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed. Not busy? Then how come no one can get in touch with you? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it. Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya Fey. Ah, yes. Maya Fey. Go on. Why the strange reaction? Cha-cha. I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible. Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow? Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry. End of discussion. What's going on? He refused me before I even had the chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take the case. Well, you see, it's just, I'm busy, you see? But the client is Mia Fey's sister. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands. Yes, of course I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry, goodbye. Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyways. I'll go look elsewhere. Think not. Huh? Did you say something? I think not, I said. What do you mean? I'm terribly, terribly sorry, but I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, but boy. Why? I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave now? I've nothing more to discuss with you. What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey? She worked here a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see. A mission? You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one. That's quite a painting. Aha! You noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat. It's worth at least $3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you. I wasn't interested. It's not for sale. I'm not buying. Jeez. Well, I guess I don't really have anything worth presenting to him. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Hiya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer? Well, what do I tell her? Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Skin and bones. Why lie the opposite direction? What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help? Urgh. I see. I've been abandoned then. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. That's the thinker clock Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It was right around 9. The lights were off and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. What about your family? I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is. Don't know. So she could still be alive? The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life. Ruined? After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain. So, you live by yourself? Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers. I feel bad for her all by herself up on that mountain. So, who was this man who ruined your mother? About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite a stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate. Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they? The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim. Wow. So what happened? The case was solved. We thought. You thought? The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent. The police consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course, but a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud and that the media jumped on it big time. My mother, became a laughingstock of the nation. I see. White. Excuse me? White? That was his name. My sister told me. White? Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess. 4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? If I just go home, does that just end the game? Is it just like, okay, game over. You went home. I don't know. I've always clicked defend Maya. I don't know what happens if you click go home. Should I just click go home just to see what happens? There's nothing left here for me to do. She'll be better off with a state-appointed lawyer. I think I'd better get home now. Goodbye. It was a few days later when I found out how the story ended. The results of the trial was in the newspaper. Oh no! Oh no! Guilty. I'll probably never meet her again. Did I make the right choice? Will I ever know? Mia, if you could hear me, please tell me. Damn, I just fucking straight up went home. Wait, why did the game even give me a choice? Why did the game was like, that's such a JRPG staple, is like, we're gonna give you a choice, but you're not really gonna have a choice. We're gonna give you the illusion of a choice. And then they broke out the knot. Old Borat humor. Not, I can't let that happen. I'm not leaving here until she takes me as her lawyer. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. Why? Why? Well, no one is as sad as a person without any friends. I know. I've been there a long time ago. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their side. Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me. Even though I just tried to go home and the game wouldn't let me. That's so kind of you. Sniff. Hey, first time chat from Magitech. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing tonight? They only had enough space to program some guilt into the game for certain choices. I guess, yeah, this was a DS game originally, so I guess they couldn't do too many branching storylines. Although that would have been cool. What's happening, brother? Just doing my job as a defense attorney. Let's fight this one and get you out of here. Right, thank you. Whew, she smiled at last. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right? Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay? It's a deal. So, what next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what's inside that strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Hey, I got your cell phone back. Oh, say, can I listen to my sister's voice? Maya's eyes closed. She listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks. Thank you. Oh, we made the sad song play. Like the energetic song, the song of determination was playing, but now the sad song's playing. I want the determined song back. Good afternoon, sir. Excuse me, you are? Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I'm the bellboy of this establishment, at your service, sir. Oh, right. I've just come up to deliver room service, sir. Do you know where Miss May might be? I believe our guest Miss May is currently using the, facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please stay as long as you like. Enjoy. Yeah. Wait, no. Hey. Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? I'm thinking of getting that Ain Thor so I can play Wii U, NDS, and 3DS games. I've never even heard of that. Ain Thor. I have a 3DS, but I want to keep it flawless for collector value. You know what? Now that you mention it, I have a 3DS too. I have no idea where it's at. I think I have a regular DS. I have a 3DS. And I have... Oh my god, what was it called? Neo Geo Pocket. I have like a Neo Geo Pocket Color or something like that. Those are the only handheld systems I have. I'm so high that I almost signed up for Star Citizen, but stopped myself. Lol. Shame the Switch pretty much killed the DS line. I guess, yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I'm sure that's... I don't know. I don't know. I got to think about that for a second because, like, Nintendo's handhelds just printed money like crazy. Like, they could do no wrong in the handheld market. And I wonder if they think that moving to the Switch and consolidating all of their handheld to Switch, I wonder if they think that was like a good decision or not. Because the Switch sells too. The Switch sells a lot. But does it make up for the revenue stream of having both a console and a handheld? I don't know. I don't know if those numbers make up for that. They were printing money left and right with any handheld they put out. But also at the same time, though, I think that they probably felt that their handhelds were made irrelevant by smartphones. I think a lot of mobile gaming on smartphones kind of facilitated their desire to merge their own mobile offerings with with their console development. So I'm sure that probably was the consideration that influenced their move away from the 3DS. Ah, I almost forgot. Yeah, you came back quick. Might I ask you to inform Miss May that there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned her. Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name? White. That was his name. My sister told me. White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother. Could it be a coincidence? There's a screwdriver sticking out of that half-open drawer. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel room? There's a story behind all this, I know it. Alright, I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. For Maya's sake. I'll get to this woman's I mean, you know what I mean. Oh, bellboy, still there? Uh-oh, time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court. To be continued. There we go. Oh. I just finished this trial on mobile as well, so I'm actually trying to speed my way into the Steel Samurai case because I haven't played that one since like 15 years ago or some shit. But these first two I just did earlier today. I'm back on my Phoenix Wright kick. Okay, so Aim Thor is like a handheld emulator streaming device, apparently. I haven't heard of it either. Interesting. Aim Thor Batch 3 pre-order. $250. Oh, that looks like an old school. That looks like a 3DS actually. Pretty pricey, but I guess if it's an emulator, if it's a Wii U, DS, and 3DS emulator, then I guess whatever value that might have for you. $250 seems kind of. Qualcomm Snapdragon CPU, customized full HD 6-inch AMOLED touchscreen, touch display bottom screen, Android 13. It looks neat. Yeah, it looks pretty neat. I mean, it looks like a DS, a 3DS. I've never played. It's actually interesting. I don't think I've ever played any Wii U games, so I guess it could be neat from the perspective of being able to play Wii U games. How much do Wii U's go for on eBay? Actually, that's an interesting question. I wonder how much Wii U's go for on eBay? It's not the worst in the world. Oh, that's a normal Wii. Wii U premium set. This is a Japanese version, $150. What the fuck? Wii U Deluxe, Black Deluxe set game console, brand new, $800. Why the fuck does this dude think he's gonna get $800 for this? Wii U Deluxe, 32 gigabyte black system, plus choose one game. Okay. I don't even know what games came out on this damn system. I memory hold the entire lifespan of the Wii U. I don't know what year the Wii U came out. I don't know what year it was I don't know anything about this system. It's almost like a magical new system to me. Smash Brothers. Pokken Tournament? What the fuck is that? Nintendo Land, Captain Toad. Super Mario 3D World. Sonic Boom. What? Rise of Lyric? What the fuck is that? Super Mario Maker. I've heard of that, but I think that's also on the Switch. Same with Splatoon and Hyrule Warriors. I guess there are some Switch crossovers here. Xenoblade Chronicles, Pikmin. Watch Dogs. Amiibo Festival. I just don't know what was supposed to be. I guess maybe that's why the maybe that's why the console failed. There's nothing particularly special about it. Wii U flopped due to not that many good games. We mostly played Lego City Underground on the Wii U. It had Breath of the Wild late in its cycle. Same, I went from 360 or Xbox 360 to Steam PC and never looked back. Yeah, I had a brief moment where I went to the PS4 and the Xbox One. But then once I built my gaming PCs, I just have had no interest. I just haven't played my consoles in so long. I'm not going to get rid of them. They're my at this point, they're my collector's thingy. You know, I'm just gonna keep them around. And I might even buy some of the older ones just to have them. But all of my gaming is pretty much PC now. That's what kind of annoys me about that new God of War game that was released, that 2D one. It's only on the PS5, which I have to wonder, that's got to be like... I know a lot of people have purchased PS5s at this point, but that's a game that I would pay money to play it if it was on Steam, but I'm not going to buy a PlayStation 5 just to play that game. So, nor do I feel like I'm in like this, oh no, I'm missing out, because I don't know if exclusivity works that way. Maybe it does still. I don't know. I guess as a PC gamer now, I have such an incredible access to an insane breadth of games that I don't feel like I'm missing out. I feel in the early days of the consoles, it was definitely vice versa. If a game came out on Nintendo or Super Nintendo and I had a Sega, I would feel like I was missing out on those games. But now, you put a game out exclusively for the PlayStation 5, I feel like they're missing out on me. It's like, oh, you blocked yourself from having access to my purchasing power. That's a weird choice you made, but okay. I can play any number of hundreds of other games while waiting for you to eventually make the decision to release that God of War game on Steam or whatever. And that decision will likely be made at some point. I mean, there's no end to the list of games in my Steam library that I need to work my way through. And there are new ones every day with the freaking Steam sale. Look, Capcom has a sale now. Although they don't really do discounts. They don't do discounts to the depth of which I wish they did. Like, I guess Resident Evil 4 has a pretty decent discount, but how many times am I going to play Resident Evil 4? I actually have this on my PS4, but I've never played it. The Resident Evil 2 remake, I've never played this one. Monster Hunter Wilds, I'm sorry to Kite, but no interest in that one. I have some interest in Street Fighter. I don't know if I have $20 worth of interest in Street Fighter 6, but I have some interest in it. What's in Capcom Fighting Collection? Is that Power Stone? Oh, hell yeah, Power Stone. Okay, see, though, this would be worth it for the Power Stone games alone. Okay, this would be worth it for the Power Stone games alone. Was it Capcom that made Rival Schools? Is Rival Schools a Capcom game? Capcom versus SNK, Millennium. Okay, that's cool. Capcom versus SNK 2, it's cool. Evolution, Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper. I don't know what Upper is. Power Stone 2, Project Justice, Plasma's. Okay, I haven't heard of these last ones. Oops. The fuck? The fuck? How did that happen? I don't... Oh, there it is. Without some exclusives, I don't see the point of having multiple consoles on the market, but then I haven't been super into consoles since Xbox 360. Capcom has a Steam sale like every month. I guess I just never really pay attention to when they do a sale. Oh yeah, this is what they showed off on during the Sony thing. I grabbed Dino Crisis 1 and 2. Also, the first Lost Planet. Oh, I remember Lost Planet. I played that way back in the day. Yeah, I saw this too. I did see that they, like, I guess they did a remaster or whatever of Dino Crisis. Hard pass on that. I'm not a fan of those old games with, like, tank controls. But $3 for Lost Planet could be pretty cool. I remember liking Lost Planet. I remember liking Lost Planet. Monster Hunter World was my game. I only had matching hours in that from Final Fantasy 14. Was Final Fantasy 14 the MMO? I know 11 was an MMO, but was 14 an MMO also? Bro, Lost Planet is so fucking cool. I just want it back. The multiplayer was fun too. I didn't even know it had multiplayer. I love the Genesis game. So getting in 3D modern graphics is nice. Bought Castle of Illusions with Mickey. Oh, okay, yeah, the 3D remake of Mickey's Castle of Illusion. It was PvP and you played as pirates. The fuck? They took 2 off the store a while ago and, like, bro, give it back. Because the fucking Xbox Live stuff? That sucks. Dungeons and Dragons Chronicle of Mystara. I don't know why, but I don't enjoy beat 'em ups as much as I used to. I guess I only like them in an arcade setting. Because I did beat, like, the old school arcade Capcom D&D games. Oh, they're still doing PvP Fest. Hard pass on that as well. I am not a PvP gamer. That D&D Shadows over Mystara was my favorite arcade game. Really? What were they selling it at? $2.99? What the hell? I'll add it to the cart. I'll cart it. I'll toss it in the cart. That was a great game. I recently played it on MAME, but it's too easy. Some of the abilities are super OP. I'm okay with that because that arcade version of the old ones were way too fucking hard. A lot of arcade games were way too hard because they wanted you to keep putting quarters in the damn thing. Oh boy. You know what? I'm gonna fall down a rabbit hole if I keep doing like Bionic Commando Rearmed. I heard this one sucked though. The 3D one. Is this not bad? It says mostly positive, but I had heard some pretty lousy things about it. He's like Spider-Man. What the fuck? I never heard a critic say they liked it. I'm sure it's good for $3. Yeah, I don't know about that. 82% off. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away. Lost Planet 3 and Lost Planet 3 Complete. You guys played this one? They may have taken 2 off of Steam, but it seems like Lost Planet 3 is still on here. Mixed. Comparable to Fallout 4 and Helldivers 2. 2 games that are like could not be more opposite from one another. I just looked at my arcade channel. Took me 1 hour and 18 minutes to beat Shadow over Mystara. Which is long for a beat 'em up, honestly. That is long for a beat 'em up. Lost Planet 3 tried to be a Dead Space, but wouldn't commit to it. Oh, interesting. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection? Oh my god. This game... You want to talk about fucking hard-ass goddamn games. The OG. I can't imagine this one is as hard as the OG. This is mixed recent reviews, but generally mostly positive. Did they ever do Wizards and Warriors? No Wizards and Warriors remakes, huh? Interesting. What? Orgasm Lab Simulator? I don't even know what that means. Orgasm Lab? And it's an Orgasm Lab Simulator, so I imagine that you're simulating being the actual laboratory itself. Like, you're simulating being a beaker. Or a Bunsen burner. The fact that Dragon's Crown never had a part 2 is a huge gaming crime. Live Vanillaware. Dragon's Crown, I do remember... Jesus, man. So many So many vague memories are starting to come back to me. Dragon's Crown, I do remember that one. Lab-grown orgasms. I stay far away from Steam's Gooner Central. It's just weird that, like, all I did was click into the search thing, and it's like the very first one. Like, damn. High on Life 2. What is High on Life? That shit's 60 fucking bucks. Virtual Fighter 5? Aw, Virtual Fighter 5? This came out this recently? Really? Recent reviews, mostly negative. All reviews, mostly positive. I used to be a big Virtual Fighter person back when there was actually a competition between Virtual Fighter and Tekken. Obviously, Tekken won that battle, but in Japan, Virtual Fighter 2 was significantly more popular than Tekken was in the arcades. It wasn't until Tekken got released in America that its popularity surged past Virtual Fighter. Secure boot in TPM 2.9. Secure boot in TPM. You want to see unable to play parts of the game? Steam chat. Oh, the fuck that is. The High on Life games are massively popular. Lost Planet 2 had such a good story. It was told in a style that's way more common in Japanese stories where there isn't one central protagonist, and the protagonist of the game is the people. That sounds not like any other Japanese game I've ever played. I kind of was mind blown with the sex with Hitler Stalin games. I never saw the Stalin one, but I have seen like the Hitler one. I mean, Steam has like no real quality standards. You can put whatever you want on this fucking thing. Yes, they released most recent update of Virtual Fighter. Bring back Virtual Fighter 4 Vanessa. Tekken is a better name than Virtual Fighter. Well, the problem is Virtual Fighter just sounds generic. Because Sega was using it generically, like Virtual Racer, Virtual Cop. It's like comparing Madden to something called Football Simulator. You probably already have TPM already activated when you boot your PC. Alright, at any rate. That's going to be it for me tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate it, as always. I will be back. Wait, today is Saturday, isn't it? I'll be back on Tuesday. I'll be back on Tuesday, so I hope to see you all again then. Virtual names were ahead of the curve in 1993, not so much in 2026. Good stream, good job. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. I hope to see you again on Tuesday. If not, take care, and I will see you when I see you. Later, everybody.